Next, I'm going to show you some useful tools that you can use when creating polylines, hatches, opaques, splines, etc. So to explain it to you, first of all, I'm going to use my normal Caddie commands. I'm going to draw a polyline, and sometimes when you draw a polyline and you snap to a wrong point or click on a wrong point when you do a polyline or create a polyline, you basically have to complete the polyline, cancel what you've been doing, or you have to go and modify it afterwards. So while you're in the creation process of a polyline, you will see in the command line it now says you can press U on your keyboard for undo last point, which means if I press U on my keyboard, it jumps back to the previous command, and that way I can backtrack to a specific point and then just continue drawing my polyline wherever I want to. So once again, if I click wrong, I press U and I can just continue and draw the polyline wherever I need it. Right, so that is very useful. But as I've said, where is that also applicable? Let's say I want to hatch an area like that. So I can go to my hatch tools. Let's say I do associative hatch. Then I can hatch to specific areas. But let's say I snap to a wrong point, like there. Once again, the command line says indicate 2 points for a rectangle or undo last point. So if I press U once again, it undoes or backtracks the last point, which means I can now continue. And let's say I snap wrong again, I can press U, go back to the last point, and just continue hatching the whole area as I want it. Now previously in Caddie, if you wanted to achieve something like that, then obviously you had to either complete the command and modify it afterwards, the hatch corners, or you basically had to cancel the command and start from afresh. Another thing that's useful regarding polylines is once you select a polyline, you will see the control points or the endpoints, the corners, etc. has nodes. But now in Caddie 20, you will see in between there are also some nodes where you can drag those points by. So the midpoint grip is also applicable or available in Caddie 20. But let's say, for instance, as in the past, I can take a polyline and I can make a line segment an arc. Now that arc, once again, you can drag that, but you can use the mid grip point, as you can see, just by changing the arc's position, or on a linear one to change the midpoint of that arc or polyline segment. So that is very useful, not only in drawing polylines, but as I've said, it's applicable when drawing polylines, when you do associative or manual hatches, when you create opaques, when you create splines, etc. So just watch out on the command line for in-command options, which means while you're busy in a command, it will give you more options in Caddie 20 to modify or backtrack any of the options or commands that you were busy with.